So before we get too deep into this series, let's talk about why there's so many pizza dough recipes out there. Well, that's because there's at least three high-level category styles that include traditional hand-tossed, deep dish, and your specialty variety. Now, under the traditional hand-tossed, you'll have things like New York pizza, Neapolitan, and the California. Combined, all of these pretty much make up the majority of your pizza parlors as well as the pizza chains that exist out there. Now, for deep dish, there is the Chicago style pie, and there's pizza chains obviously under that as well. And then in your specialty, you have your thin crust, your thick crust, and of course your square. And if you mix the specialty square with the deep dish variety, you'll get a Sicilian style pizza. So let's talk a little bit about some of the challenges. I was going to say one, but there's many that you may run across when you're making a pizza at home, especially. So one of them is that the crust just comes out really thick and dense, and it's just nothing like what you get at the pizza parlor. Or the other side of it is that the dough will not rise, and there's a couple reasons for that we'll cover in this series. Too dry and too dense are really synonymous with the same problem, but nonetheless, it's still a problem. And of course, the texture's just completely off or wrong and off-putting. It's either, some maybe close, but not too close, or it's just horrible. And then, of course, the other problem, and this is attributed to ingredients and altitude and a whole bunch of other stuff. Either it comes out blanch and the cheese burns, or you've got a brown crust and nothing happens with regards to the toppings. Nothing cooks. So the other side of it is it's too salty. And a lot of this is also attributed to just putting a bunch of ingredients that have salt and putting too much salt in the base recipe as well. And then of course the dreaded no flavor. That's just really disappointing. Why spend all that time making it if it just doesn't have any good taste at all? So these are some of the things that we're about to fix in this entire series. Again, we're going to talk to you about technique. We're going to talk to you about flavor and taste. And of course, all of this is going to come together in a delightful texture. The best homemade pizza that you'll ever had, as well as probably the best pizza that you even can get in your local takeout stores. See you in the next couple of videos.